everybody, it's Christina from PrettyDistressed.com back today with another chalk paint, decorative paint by Annie Sloan tutorial for you guys. I've done clear wax with a brush in the past, putting that on your furniture, and today we are going to use a lint-free cloth to apply wax. This is easier, I think, than using a wax brush, so if you're a newbie, this might be the way you want to start applying wax. And it's also a lot cheaper. It's a lot more affordable. You don't have to buy a wax brush. All you need is a lint-free cloth. This is an old t-shirt sheet that I have, and this is colored, but I've used it before, so I know that I'm not going to get any bleed through. So use a light colored cloth, white, or just make sure that you test it out and that it's not going to bleed with the wax. You can also use, I know my stockist sells triple roll, which basically looks like cheesecloth, but it's unwaxed, and you can get that online as well. It's the same thing as food grade cheesecloth if you're looking to buy it through Amazon or something like that. So this is a piece that I'm working on for a client. It is a desk that's already been painted and distressed. This color is duck egg blue. So I'm just getting ready to wax. So I'm going to make sure that I'm free of all my dust before I wax. I'm just going to dust this off again. And today I'm going to wear gloves. You don't have to wear gloves, but I'm pregnant, so I'm taking extra precaution to protect myself. I'm also in a really well ventilated area. I'm in a garage and I have my garage door open. If you don't have a space like that, I'd recommend wearing a mask. I sometimes wear a mask too while I'm doing this. So here I have my Annie Sloan clear wax. I have a clean surface. So I'm just going to take my rag, put it on my fingers, just get a little bit of wax on my cloth, not a lot, and I'm just going to start rubbing it in. And you can see how my color is changing and darkening. And the thing that you want to think about the wax is you're not laying it on top of the paint. You really want it to soak into the paint. Think about as you're putting on hand lotion on your hands, how you just keep rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. That's the same thing that you're going to do with wax. And the thing when you're using a rag like this versus a wax brush, I feel like you don't have to rub as hard and it's easier to see the spots that you're going in. I find though when I'm doing this that I use more wax when I use a cloth, so that's something to think about. You're saving money and by not having to buy a wax brush, but I find that I have to use more wax when I'm using a rag like this. So I'm going to go down to this next spot, but as you can see, like you can really see where you're getting it in, and I think it's easier when you're just starting out than using a wax brush. And I go like in a circular motion to make sure I'm getting it in every crevice. So I wanted to show you a close-up of the portion that I just waxed versus an unwaxed portion. So that's how you are going to tell if you've gotten full coverage there by the deepening color. Make sure there's no light spots. Once this whole piece is waxed, I let it sit for 24 hours and then I can come back tomorrow and buff it to the sheen that I want. So again, you need to wait 24 hours before you start buffing. So that is applying clear wax with a lint-free cloth versus using a wax brush. I hope you guys found it helpful. If you need other tips on painting or distressing or dark wax, you can check out my other videos, or you can check out PrettyDistressed.com. Until next time, take care.